Okay, so stop the music. Hi.
No.
Welcome to Powermines Crypto. I hope I didn't scare you all. So,
Should have got me to mute the freaking stream for there, lad. You know, a 4-minute countdown usually means 4 minutes, doesn't it?
yes, but now it means 1 minute. Because
You know
we
what, I
need to get ready for the
I need
bull
a
run.
stream deck to go, yeah!
Yes.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yes, we need to be ready for the bull run. So, welcome everyone. Welcome to Powermines Crypto. I probably already said that. Today, the markets are kind of shit.
Laz is new to this.
Yes, hi.
Laz is new to this, must I say. Second day streaming and doesn't even know what a countdown means.
4 minutes equals 1 minute, okay?
Nice.
4 minutes, 1 minute.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yes.
Why we can't have nice things.
I have 2 more screens now. So
yes,
I can
now
actually...
you're able to share it.
Yes. So, Powermines can just sit back, relax, watch the stream.
For once, no, drink Yeti.
Yes. I have a Capri Sun here.
For the first time ever, I'm hands-free. It's all on Laz, so if he screws up, you can complain at Laz.
Yeah, Powermines Crypto, not sponsored by the Capri Sun. Not sponsored.
Hey, instead of Yeti, it's Y3TI.
Nice.
So welcome in, everybody. Welcome to another Powermines Crypto stream where we don't know what could happen minute by minute.
Especially when we're both around and we're both
yeah. Alpha is close to another all-time high. Market is not
lithium.
bad. Lithium isn't doing too bad, but here's the thing, though. There's a lot of speculation around. Excuse me. There's a lot of speculation behind lithium. Yep. And I'll say that could be good, but it could also be bad for lithium too. I mean, there's a lot of speculations behind, a Bitmain asic. Yeah, I have 2 red lights on, not this one, but the one behind it. So, I mean, I wouldn't say that lithium's not. I wouldn't say lithium's not a bad project, but I'd say just be careful if you're actually buying into it, because I would say there's a lot of buy the news or buy the rumor. Yeah. And when the news actually comes that there is one, there could be a lot of people trying to sell out of it, because sometimes when an ASIC gets on, a coin that's done really well in GPUs, it can move what's the word? A very sudden moves. It can make very sudden movements in the market.
Yeah, just remember this shit has been up constantly for the last...
Cough. Nixelia. Great example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so... me and Laz kind of got screwed on that project real quick.
Yeah.
We didn't get screwed. Yeah. We didn't get screwed, but we got screwed in some ways.
Yeah. So...
Thank you to the
just know after a pump comes often a downturn or a dump, depending how fast it goes down.
Because wait, I think that's actually the all-time high, if I'm not mistaken, right, Laz? Can you go down on CoinGecko and check?
Wait, which one?
If you scroll down on CoinGecko, it should tell you by the info section if it's the all-time high. Almost 4 days.
Basically,
was the all-time high.
Yeah, so currently it's at all-time high, at least on CoinGecko. I'm not sure if it has had any OTC of this high, but I don't expect it to.
The random stream where any and everything could and in most cases will happen. Don't blink.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we were 2 hours into a stream. Laz was half asleep, about to leave me high and dry. And I was half asleep, about to end things, and then, someone just decided to absolutely blow our donation goal out of the water. And also, Laz, you broke things.
What did I break?
The goal's not up.
Okay, one sec.
Hey, see, lads, this is why we don't jump the 4-minute timer.
Yes.
Yeah, make sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button if you are new. Amateur.
Hey, I haven't streamed in a while, okay?
Oh, yeah. Let alone YouTube via Stream Elements to StreamYard. That's video and
yeah. So
it takes a minute.
I'm used to Stream Elements and straight up OBS and not Streamlabs.
Yeah.
No.
So we do have a viewer calling. It is a pinned comment. So if you are looking and wanting to join in and chat with us, ask your questions, maybe even talk about some projects, you're welcome to. And I'll let Laz off on what he wants to talk about, because literally he said, want to stream? And I said, sure, why not? And he's like, perfect. So the title, Laz's idea.
Yeah, let me just quickly
Laz's idea.
Reattach my chair.
Brain?
No, like part of my chair.
Brain to your spine?
No, actually, like the left. What's that thing called in English? Actually,
armrest.
Armrest, yeah. It was a little bit loose, so I took one of these and
duct tape.
No, not duct tape. I can just with an imbus, or what's called in English.
Something.
Yeah. So.
Something that Laz doesn't know, but he could say it in Dutch and it will sound like a curse word.
Inbussleutel. Inbussleutel.
What's the gossip? Spill it.
Okay, so the gossip of today. Let's see.
And anything.
Anyone have some other coins for now that we want to check out? Otherwise, I'm going off CoinGecko for a while.
I mean, we could talk about Sia and how shit that's doing today, sadly.
Yes.
Hey, look, at least here we actually look at Sia coin because we hold quite a bit of it.
Yeah, I should curse less.
Like that. I don't like that at all.
Okay, so Powermines.
Let's look at the 3 month. Let's look at the 3 month though. It makes it feel a lot better.
No, that actually. Let's look
top.
at the. Apparently, I cannot do that. Yeah, it's like it's going.
It's amazing.
Dunk.
Check out TRURO.
Zero.
SERO.
Yeah, I've heard of them. Zero. So 0.2.
Oh, yuck. That looks interesting.
Ah. On the month, it's basically a stable coin. Watch it on the month.
But I mean, we all thought as soon as Sia coin hit 2.1 cents, we all kind of knew it was going to take a shit because, I mean, even me and Laz with 25K of the coin, like 26K of the coin, like we were almost debating on selling it.
Yeah.
But we kind of didn't. So, I mean, I expected there to be some big bags being sold. Because, I mean, I know someone who has 2 million of it being held.
Yeah. So like when you're at the at the hospital with your grandpa and just
heart attack.
Yes, that.
We shouldn't say that because my sister actually is working right now at the hospital.
Yeah.
I don't need to jinx her.
Yeah.
That one.
Yes. Actually, one I want to kind of look up because I've made fun of this one before.
Kadena. But I mean, Kadena is one of those coins. If you were able to get in, and I mean,
Around
it's also
here?
people like Kadena is shit. I paid $6,000 for a mini box miner. $6,000 for a KD one of those.
No. Technically.
Excuse me, but are you f***ing retarded?
Only needs to do a 24x to get back to all-time high.
And I mean, realistically, the only time it's been is in the bull run, so we don't really know a number.
Yeah, true.
Solana, though, that's another sleeping giant because a lot more projects are being built on Solana, like Hive or Honey. What other big one is there? There's another big one, Laz.
Hive, Honey.
Well, Hive and Honey are the same thing, you dingus.
No,
Hive Mapper,
I mean,
Honey.
What is that, like, Wi-Fi coin again?
Helium.
That one.
Helium Mobile, not Helium shitcoin.
Actually, both of them are up. Let's look. Flashbang.
I mean, a lot of people in the States have been having a lot of luck with the Helium Mobile. I mean, there's somebody that was pulling in like almost $5,000 a month with it. $5,000 a month, Laz.
Oh, well. Actually.
Pretty good.
When did this start? A year ago, about.
Yeah.
Just under a year ago.
But it really picked up after some other YouTubers showed it.
Yeah.
What's another sleeping giant coin? I would say Bitcoin isn't really a sleeping giant. I wouldn't say Bitcoin. I'm going to be honest, and we're going to get a ton of backlash for saying this. We're not focused on Bitcoin. Reason being is, let's look at Bitcoin. If we make a 2x on Bitcoin, that 2x for Bitcoin is going to take a lot more work than a 2x, let's say, on Dogecoin or Sia Coin even. Like, we've seen a 4x on Sia Coin within a month, Laz.
Yeah.
Like, it's year to date is up 330% yesterday. As of what's the year to date on Bitcoin?
Year to date.
It will tell you if you scrolled 122%, which is still good. Don't get me wrong. But if we compare that to Sia Coin, the Kaspa kind of had a very, very big community behind it. It's kind of like let's say it's the Harvard of coins.
It had its own little bull run in the bear market.
But even with Sia Coin being down 38% today, the year to date is still more than what Bitcoin is.
Yeah. It is.
I mean, now if you want something like a stable asset, go for Bitcoin. It's been more stable than Sia Coin. But if you're looking to make gains, which is what me and Laz are looking to do, we have a good amount of Dogecoin. We got like 5,500 Dogecoin, almost 8,000 Raven coin, like 220 flux. We would like to build our flux bag up some more, but in due time.
Dogecoin has been stable over the last year. Stable enough.
Now, if we can just get it to do up to 50 cents again, that'd be sweet. That'd be like a 5x. There's put it this way, Laz. There's half of a P106 rig build or a P106 wall.
Yes, that it would be. Talking about money. Check.
Cedra's doing okay.
It's down a bit, but it's doing okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was on a run, though, so I was kind of expecting I mean, we'll probably... I mean, I always find it at night, like, midnight my time, so about 5 a.m. your time, Laz, is when I find that it does the shits, like, between 12 my time and, like, 4 my time, so in the morning. Like, so at night.
Oh, and also
my internet, I think, is dying a little bit. Just FYI.
Oh, yeah, I can see it. I can stream on.
Yeah. I think I'm back, though.
Nice. I really hope my internet doesn't shit the bed again, like a few days ago.
Let's just blame that I have a computer running, a KS0 running, 5 HS boxes, a 48 port switch. Then it goes
Stuff
downstairs.
Yeah.
Then there's like 3 rigs downstairs running, freaking 2 smart TVs.
Yeah.
The most I spent was $520 on a single card. Learned my lesson from that, and now finding better deals or holdout, which sucks at times. Yeah, I agree. That would be the Euro market or Asian markets waking up for trading. Yeah. So Smokey Dan, kind of along that message about the GPUs, like me and Laz, that's why we had this donation goal, and we're very thankful to the person who donated that. Because right now we do have another thing that we need to pay for before we actually buy the frame, so we're just setting that money aside for just safety purposes. I would say, just to be safe. But the reason we want to buy the frames is because we're like, if we go through a 2 or 3 year bull run, we're not going to be buying GPUs. We're not going to be able to. But the frames, on the other hand, is something that we can buy now. We can buy a lot of them, have our facility laid out, set up. So let's say, you know, we have an offer to buy some at a very high price. We could sell them.
Yeah.
But we would probably keep them. But there is a couple deals that we are looking at for GPUs that literally if we put $5,000 Canadian in, we would have those half of those frames filled immediately. About that. Now, that's not including the risers, the power, the breakout boards, and all that other crap, or the cables, just the GPUs. So, there's a lot of money, I wouldn't say money manipulation that we're trying to do. We're just trying to get our self set up and laid out, because even if we can get our facility laid out, if we can't buy hardware, we still want to upgrade our networking so it's all in place and perfect. So when we do, let's say, a stream down there, our shit's not, here's a Cat 5 cable, here's a Cat 5, here's a Cat 5 hanging around the place. It's neat, tidy. Oh, Cat 5 cables down to the rig, across. Like it all looks like a freaking autistic person did it.
Like me and you, basically.
Because I mean, last year it was I didn't have a lot of hardware. I had 3 L3s running on a table, and I was running from my switch. It was literally probably a 4-foot run, or maybe 10-foot at max. I was running 50-foot cables for a 10-foot run. Now I was running 30 or 40-foot cables to my rigs that were on the other side. Like, there was just cables everywhere, and I didn't like it. It was really not the safest option. And 2, I want it to look neat because it is a tripping hazard. Like, when my grandfather's down in the building and walking around, I don't want him to trip and break his neck. Yep. No bueno. That would not be a good idea. As of now, to fill up what I have, I want 10 GPUs, 2 ATX PSUs. So why ATX PSUs, Smokey Dan? Why not go with like server PSUs? Because you could actually get parallel miner PSUs pretty cheap. For me to buy from parallel miner, it's the shipping that's the killer. But for Laz or you, where you're over in that general area, it wouldn't be that bad. And if you need ATX power to power up your motherboards, why don't you get a Pico adapter? That's what me and Laz are going to do. We didn't really sit down and think about it until the other week when we're like, why instead of buying ATX PSUs and having that big, bulky, heavy thing, why don't we just run a Pico adapter from our server power supplies, run everything server power supplies, and then eventually maybe get a 3D printer and actually design our own mounts for a server PSUs that we can actually screw to the rigs like an ATX PSU to secure them, but it keeps everything neat and tidy, and I would still like to play with that idea. Less noise. Yes and no, I would say. Because, I mean, an ATX PSU can be loud over time. I would agree, depending on how much load you're putting on that PSU. Yes, I mean, you're also running 240, so that's going to be different than me running 120 onto these breakout boards. But I've, see my hand? Never had a breakout board fail. But I also don't push my breakout boards to the absolute fucking max, politely. Like, I'm keeping my breakout boards, yeah, more like 230. But 230, 240, same voltage. It's 230 over there, it's 240 here. It's same like 110 over there, 120 here. It's essentially the same power. It's just a different way of them, I guess, rating it. So when there's a European machine made, it's, oh, this is a European machine, not, oh, it's just like the US. Whenever you buy something that's 240 out of the US, they say, oh, it's 220. Oh, that comes from the US. It's just a way of different, I guess you could say, areas or continents, I should say, of rating their stuff.
Yeah, does it also matter with the 50 hertz and the 60 hertz?
It depends on like what you're running. Like if you're running something really sensitive to noise, yes. But if you're running something like,
yeah, I mean like does the hertz also make a difference with the voltage and the amperage?
it all depends. I mean, it could be, you could be, it's really when you have drastic changes, right? To at least my knowledge, like if you're running 50 or 60 hertz, that all depends on your power, right? Like some people, like, it all depends on how your power's run, right? You know, because how power works is it actually is like, it buzzes. Like when you're loading, if you have a loaded power panel in your place and you hear that shit buzzing, you know you're pushing the limits of that freaking main breaker. Like if you hear a 100 amp panel buzzing, upgrade. The way I work out PSU need and PSU need is add up the TP. Yep, that's how we do it. It's same with these. They're rated at about 130 watts plus or minus 5%. So I say, to be safe, I give them an extra 15 watts a piece. So that's almost 10% extra on what their TCP is. So I say, oh, they're each 150 watts, mining SIA. That means on a 750 watt power supply, if I'm pushing it, I could get about 5 on each. But right now I'm running 2 on this breakout board and 3 on the backside because one of them isn't working right now. Yeah. But you never, yeah. Same with us. Like, I mean, we could probably double our hash rate if we didn't give a shit about watts. But I mean, we are running some major watts through our GPUs. I mean, just here, we have 25 cards at my place, and I actually did a look today, and it's 23.5 amps, roughly. So we're running almost 24 amps at 120 volt. That's a load of power.
That is indeed.
Yeah. And same with, like, we had somebody in here the other day that was talking about power on a panel, and they're like, well, I have a 120 amp panel. That means I can run 100 amps to the panel. I'm like, no, you can't. You have 120 amps on your panel. Perfect. Okay, 80% that. So 120 amps on that panel, you know, roughly, okay, put it this way. You could run on 120 amps, you can run 4 30 amp 2-pole breakers. Okay. 80% of that breaker is what you can actually load the panel with. It's not 80% your panel load, it's 80% of your breaker load is how miners do it. But they're like, well, we can load 90%. I'm like, you load 90%, if you have a little power surge from that ASIC rebooting, you're going to have some bad shit happen.
Yeah.
You know, there's been people that have lost homes due to it. What's up, bacon, eggs, and hash?
Hello.
Welcome in. But it's 80% of your breaker, not 80% of your panel load. So we're looking at putting in 3-phase panels, which works out a little different. Because instead of a 2-pole, you're doing 400 amps over 3 phases. So instead of like a single pole panel where you're technically on 1 phase but a double breaker, 3-phase is technically 3 different phases. So you have your red, black, and I think it's blue. Yes, it's blue. So you have red, black, and blue are your hots. So instead of running power, so for example, if you put a 2-pole breaker in, you're running on red and black. So if you put another one right under that, you're pulling off of blue and red, and then your next one would be black and blue. So it's weird how you have to figure it out, but it is possible, and it's a lot more efficient when you're running on 3-phase stuff. That's why you see a lot of these big hydro miners from or from Bitmain or What's Miner even, they're on 3-phase. And it's because the motors in the pumps to run the hydro miners require a motor's a lot more efficient on 3-phase. From the work I have done with 3-phase. Bacon, eggs, and hash. You need to build redundancy with electrical. Exactly.
No.
Like, didn't we figure out on a 300 amp panel or a 400 amp panel, we would get like 13, 30 amp breakers roughly? But when you 80% that, you're losing a couple of those breakers to, realistically, every 5 breakers, you're technically losing 30 amps. So you're pretty much losing almost, I would say, 75 amps of power just to having the safe rule. It's me, no worry. Welcome in. But it's plug things in, they go brr and print me money. Yeah, until the power company bill comes in, and then you're like, ugh, that sucks. We did speak about Coin a little bit. We did. It's down today, but I mean, we expected it because it was up over 2.1 cents. So we expected a big dip. I mean, we weren't expecting this big of a dip, obviously, but I mean, there has been people with over 2 million Coin that, if they have 2 million Coin, then, other people might be selling because, I mean, it's been the highest it's been in how long last? Like 2 years?
Basically.
So, I mean, 22, so actually mid 22, so yeah, about 2.5 years or 1.5 years. So.
Well, actually, it's up. Like the peak was around December 21. Like where it's now and where it's then.
Yeah.
No.
So I mean, over 2 years.
Yeah.
Now we don't own 2 million Coin. No.
No.
We own about 25K Coin, but I was actually talking to someone today with over 2 million Coin that holds it. They're holding it, so. But it's still a general factor of saying, oh, well, But, I mean, we were expecting it, Laz. I mean,
yeah.
But,
not
I mean,
soon,
I called,
but
a lot of people. I went into streams and I said, I'm calling 2 to 3 cents for Coin this bull run. Sure enough, a month later, we hit 2 cents. And people said, I don't know how you called that, but you called it. I'm like, and then Chump makes fun of me and says a blind squirrel sometimes finds a nut. Little shit.
Yeah. Little shit.
But I'm expecting Sia coin, depending on where we find the bottom at, people are gonna buy in at this price.
Yeah.
PMC asked the universe enough, and it replied. Where were you the day RPM gave away that Sia coin miner a couple of weeks ago? What one was it? Better not have been the SE Lite. If it was, I would have killed him.
Yeah.
It's not going to $1.30. It's not going to $1.36. It won't, because it's an infinite supply coin. I mean, Panda's calling 10 to 20 cents, and personally, I think that's pushing it. Like,
yeah, it would need about 70 billion market cap, like a 70 and then a few zeros.
7 bill. And we need 7 bill to go up to 10 cents.
Yeah, for 10 cents it's needs 7 bill, but for $1.36.
Oh yeah.
It would need 70.
I don't think it could. It won't do 70 bill. It won't.
No.
But I mean, Panda with his guess of 10 to 20 cents, I mean, 20 cents is pushing it. You know, we got to look at it. The first time it ever came out, it hit 10 cents. About that. So I probably wouldn't have won it anyways, bacon, eggs, and hash. Seeing that 2 cent area, and we're not even really into the bull run, I'd be still bullish that Sia coin could do 2 to 4 cents this bull run. That would be like my realistic bull run, you know, guess. Really bullish would be 4 to 6, and extremely bullish would be 6 to 10 cents.
Yeah.
And I think that would be the most realistic, because if we look at it, we're in a new bull run. We hit 2 cents, and we're not even in the bull run.
No.
Right? We hit 2 cents. We know it's possible. It held there for a couple of days around that area. So, I mean, I would say bullish, 2 to 4. I mean, or I should say bullish, 4 cents, very bullish, 4 to 6 cents, extremely bullish, 6 to 10 cents. Not financial advice. I mean, I don't know what you would think, Laz, but I mean, I would think that is being pretty realistic, let's say. Especially considering where the other 2 bull runs have landed with Sia coin.
Yeah, personally, I'm thinking it might go between the last 2 peaks.
Yusuf, Sia coin is a proof of work, POW.
It's proof of work, yeah.
That's what these white boxes are for. I have 6 of them, but 1 is not working, but I have 5 of them, and they're all on Sia.
Yeah, I'm personally going to throw my guess at 7 cents.
So. Is what, like you're very bullish? You're bullish. Price like.
Just my general guess.
7.
I don't really do very bullish or not bullish at all. Like,
I mean, I would say 7 cents. It would take a lot of value, though. We have to agree upon that. Like, we would need 4.9 billion. No, it's not a CPU coin. No, it's an ASIC coin.
Yeah.
You can only mine it on an ASIC.
No.
But I mean, but my numbers are being realistic. I called for 2.5 to 3 cents, but we're not even really into the bull run, and we hit 2 cents. These are the HS boxes. They don't make them anymore. They make the HS box 2. Do you want to actually go on Gold Shell's website? Because they're the only ones that make a profitable, let's say, Sia coin miner right now. I mean, there is a rumored one coming from IB Link, an upgraded IB Link one that's coming, but I haven't seen any news on it, and it was only a rumored video. And I've heard that IB Link is not really a good company to be buying from either.
No, it's goldshell.com, right?
Goldshell.com, yeah.
Nice.
And I am going to try to talk to them about a possible
Can I please
code
add this to
for people to use.
No.
I am talking to people. I know somebody at Goldshell, so if you're looking to buy a couple of them, let me know and I'll hook you up with James. Hey, tech man. It is. I don't have a stream deck. I need a beep button. I need like Chomp. I need a beep button.
Beep beep.
The thing would be like constant beep beep beep.
Mm-hmm.
So your SC light. So
this is
go to the box miners.
Yes.
So they don't make these HS boxes anymore. So you'd be looking at an HS box 2, which is up there, Laz.
Mm-hmm.
Up there it is. So you'd be looking at one of those. Possibly, I wouldn't recommend it. They're not really the best cost to buy. You could get an SC box 2, which they don't have any in stock right now.
Nope.
And then there's the light miner and the pro miner. The light miners do require 120, or they don't require it. They can run on 120 and 240, and then you got the pro miners that you can do 240 on, which would be in the new releases. And that should be all your miners.
No.
There. So you got the SC5 Pro, which can do a low power mode. Then you got the SC Lite flash sale, so you can buy 2 of them for 2,300. And then there's also the Discord group purchase, which you need a special code. Mine the asic last. They're asking how much it makes. Now I would not financial advice. I probably wouldn't buy any of them. It's just goldshell.com. Just look up see a coin last. You might have to actually look it up in the mineable coin, yeah.
I haven't been on this site for a
SC, while. So actually, SC Prime is the most profitable. Did you click SC Prime or SC?
See?
No. So, I mean, this isn't a far off bet. I mean, your SC6, it's going to be profitable. The BMS1, don't buy. It's not good. I mean, when we were up, the SC5 Pros were actually the best. So it goes SC6, SC5 Pro, SC Lite, HS Lite, SC Box 2, or SC Box 2, HS Box 2, then SC Box, and then HS Box, which the HS Box they don't make anymore, and the old SC Box they don't make anymore. So it depends on what you're paying. So you're paying $1,100.
Mm-hmm.
I need 120 volt. Well, they run on 120 volts, so you're limited to the light series and the box series.
Yeah.
So the box series, they don't make this model anymore, so they're gonna be kind of rare to find to buy. Mm-hmm. The reason we got them is because we didn't pay MSRP on them. Well, I mean, we did kind of pay MSRP in a way, but
yeah, but
we bought them because we bought them in a way because we wanted to stack the coin, and we got them for the right price, and it's content. Who has a HS box tower or a pyramid? But if you're buying to make sense, I mean, me and Laz don't have $4,000 just to fork over US to buy a pro miner. We don't.
No,
we don't have.
If we would,
we don't even really
go to that. No.
And realistically, we don't have 1,100 right now to go buy a light miner, because by the time it gets here, I didn't say it's not worth it. I said it's not worth the price it is. Yeah. At what Goldshell has them on right now, they're not the best buy. Like, if you want to mine Sia, What?
How much would you say is a good price for them?
The SC Lite, I would like to see under 1,000, like 950.
And the HS box too?
Um, I mean, the
keep saying
HS
X.
box, it's kind of a the HS box is kind of a niche market because it's not like this big bulky miner, right? It's light, it's small, it's quiet. The SC Lite is quiet to my knowledge. I haven't reviewed one. I would like to. We were trying to get one, but it's just a very high price for really what it is. I mean, if you believe in the project, not financial advice, you can get one. But I'm saying I would like to see the HS Lite around, or the SC Lite around 950. Because when you're paying over $1,000 for a miner, you're like, holy shit, I'm paying 4 digits for it. But if you're getting it for 3 digits, and I do understand where they're coming from, because it's not like a box series miner where you need a server power supply, a breakout board, an extra cable, and all the cables to plug them in and all that. It's a power cable, Ethernet cable, plug it into the wall, you're off. You don't need all this extra crap, which I do understand. I say, and whenever people ask me about them, I'm like, you're paying for the plug and play option. You're not having to buy all this extra crap to make it work. It's not like a KS Pro at all, KS0 Pro at all. Don't even compare it, because you're comparing Kaspa to Siacoin, which they're two different projects with two different focuses, with two different algorithms from two different companies. You're comparing something that's small to something that's, I think they're about this big, this tall, by probably that long.
Yeah. And also, the KS0 is basically almost plug and play, and this thing and the HS box needs a little bit more setup.
No, HS Lite.
HS.
Well, the HS or the SC Lite and all that. So
no, that as well.
If you believe in as I tell people, not financial advice, but if you, but it's a box you plug in, set and forget. No, it isn't. You don't just plug it in and forget about it. You have to plug it in, have an internet.
Yeah, the amount of times you've had bugs with them.
Well, we're talking about the boxes. He's talking about the light. The boxes, they're a little more finicky. But the light, though, is you still have to run an Ethernet cable to them. So if you don't have access to Ethernet, well, you're screwed. I've been trying to talk to them about a Wi-Fi edition because of home miners and how useful that would be. You still need a cable to plug it into the wall, because you need a C19 to U ground, at least here in North America. I don't know about other places in the world. All right, see you, bacon, eggs, and hash.
See you, bacon.
Thank you for coming out. But if you believe in the project, not financial advice, if you think it will do good, get one. But I don't recommend somebody just going out and buying one because, I said it's good. It's, if anything, I'm trying to say, don't buy it. Because, I mean, if you're not planning on holding those coins, you also got to think too, it's probably going to take you 2 or 3 weeks to get to you. So by then, the whole market's going to be different. I mean, we've looked at Siacoin. I mean, earlier this morning, it was down 16%. It looked again. A couple hours later, it was down to 22%. And a couple hours after that, we're now here, and it's down 33%. It's making profit depending on the coin you're mining. But when you're looking at a project like Siacoin, you're not selling the coin every day, because then you're not really mining. When you agree, Laz? Like, if you're selling every day, you're better off buying the coin and just holding it.
Yeah.
Mining a coin is, you're holding the coin. You're waiting to make gains on it. Unlike, what you're saying is just selling it every day. It's not really mining. You're better off day trading. Because that's essentially what you're going to do. I mean, I've been holding my Siacoin since Frig. When was it? Let me look. I've been holding my CF for a long time. I've been holding my SIA since 23/3/26. So in 2 days, it would be 9 months or 11 months. I mine and sell and buy kaspa, rinse and repeat. Okay, kaspa is okay. I see you in too many chats saying Lithium. Oh, kaspa. You can't just look at one coin on GPUs, one coin on, an asic, and compare all them together, because that's not how it works. Every coin has its different project. Every coin has its different utility. Every coin has its different volumes. Its emissions are different. Some coins don't have a block halvening like some do. Some have an emission schedule. Kaspa, Cedra. Some have a halving. Some don't have a halving. Some have a fifthening. Like, it's not just, you can't compare Kaspa to Sia coin. You can't compare Sia coin to a lithium. You can't compare lithium to flux. You can't compare flux to Dogecoin. You can't compare Dogecoin to what's another good coin? ETC. So I mean, and if that's the way you're looking at it, then I would highly recommend not getting one. You're better off to buy a coin if you want it. What's up, Hawk? Thank you for
Hawk.
coming in, Hawk.
How you doing?
Okay, so Yusuf, you're comparing Kaspa to every other coin project on an ASIC, which Hawk here can tell you, if you believe in a project, you believe in a project. But you can't compare a project to another project that's completely different, a completely different algo, a completely different schedule, and a completely different utility case. And I think Hawk would agree with me on that. I mean,
yeah,
like, I wouldn't be buying an SC Lite. I mean, there's no point in buying a SIA coin miner right now. I mean, the price is too high. The market's a little too, what would you call it? I mean, unpredictable.
Yeah, so technically you can make an entire spreadsheet with all the different miners you want for the different coins you want, and then think of like which ones you want to swap into which ones if you want to swap them.
Yes, I mean, unmineable, great option.
Unmineable.
There's a good option. Fiat will be gone. Kaspa will be the new fiat. Bitcoin will be gold. Okay, Yusuf, me and Laz actually had a great stream about 2 days ago, I think it was, where we actually talked about. Oh my goodness, Hawk just tweeted about the stream. Thanks, Hawk. We appreciate it.
Nice, thank you.
But we talked about it, and we said for Kaspa to become a fiat coin, it needs to have liquidity and start being stable.
Yeah.
No, unmineable doesn't change as much fees. If anything, if you use a code of a creator, your fees are actually less on unmineable than a pool.
We should start. We should get the code.
Most pools charge a 1 to 2 to even 3% pool fee. Unmineable with a creator code, you can get it down to 0.75.
Yeah. Not 75%, but 0.75, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Like 0.75%.
Yeah.
But we said, though, what's up, Shay Mining?
Hello, Shay.
But we said for Kaspa to become a fiat use coin, it needs to stabilize, because it's not so much, it's a $20 purchase. Okay, that's not bad. But if you're buying a piece of property or a house or a car, and you, let's say, buy 50,000 Kaspa, by the time you transfer that and everything, that 50,000 could be worth 40,000 with the Kaspa volatility. What's your losing same device? Look it up.
That comes down to luck on the pool, and that's always different.
I mean, we're talking about it's tested on YouTube, but okay, but it all depends on the pool. Unmineable doesn't charge a stupid fee. If you go on, actually, here's a great. You open up miner pool stats. Look up mining pool stats. Look up. I mean, what would be a good coin? Kaspa. And just look at the pool fees. And show. And then unmineable is 1%. I mean, via BTC is at 4% on PPS.
Like, yeah, okay. Kaspa pool would be a nice one too, instead of.
Yes, that would be comparable. That would be
pool.
comparable to unmineable. But let's say you want to mine Sia coin. Look at Sia coin. Sia coin is crazy. No, actually, Tesh, you can't go buy that. What they said as their fees are what their fees are. They don't randomly change the fees.
Yeah, like
you can't actually do that. Like, it's hard coded into the pool for the fees.
Yeah, so what happens, as far as I know, I could be wrong about this, but what happens is when you're mining on a pool, the pool has a luck, and if the luck is worse on, like, when you're mining on one pool than if you're mining on the other pool,
okay,
there's a difference.
Oh, sorry, Laz. Yusuf, the dude mined for a day. Watch the video, bro. Okay, but he might not be using the creator code, which would put his fee at 1%. But we're showing you here is unmineable is a fee of 1%. That is their fee. It does not change depending on, like, maybe he does not know what he's doing, but if you use a creator code on unmineable, it drops it to 7.75%.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen, no offense, Yusuf, in every other stream, just today, it seems like you're more into the AI and software technology more than the mining side of it. I'm not going to watch the video on stream because, I mean, I've literally watched hundreds of people, and we've even personally used unmineable. We're personally using unmineable right now, and we're getting 0.75% fees.
No.
Show them. Like, I'm not, like, it's how it works.
No, we're getting 0.75.
Yeah. Like, actually, can you increase that size so we can see? That is what we are paying. We are actually paying less of a pool fee mining Neoxa directly on unmineable than we are. Let me just double check this. You know exactly where I'm checking?
Yep.
We're actually paying less of a pool fee on unmineable than we are if we just directly mined it, except for a couple pools that look sketchy as hell. No offense.
These.
He compared unmineable. Just tell me it's not a long video. Well, then he's plus if you set up a reference code for the coin mining, you drop fee to 0.75 plus gain extra coins. Exactly.
No.
I think you're probably watching people who are untruthful, who are not experienced in the space, and I can kind of tell that from your experience with mining.
Yeah, and technically, if you mine 2 coins, like if you want to get, let's say Neoxa and you want to get Kaspa, you can set the referral code for Neoxa on your Kaspa and set your referral code for your Kaspa on your Neoxa.
Actually,
and at that point, you only have 0.5% fees because you're basically getting the 0.5 from the other one.
Yusuf, you're also the guy with 2 4090s mining a lithium that would have cost you $4,000 when you could have spent $6,000, got a K10, and be mining lithium at 46 gigahash. Even Panda said it. He literally advertises his code to get the fees down for people who use it because it's a good service. If Panda didn't think it was a good service, he wouldn't be advertising for it.
Yeah.
He said it before in videos, like if there's been people who have contacted him, literally given him stuff, and he's looked into the company and their services, and he said, no, I'm not recommending this.
Yeah. I mean, even like with Ice River back in the day, like he said, like, don't get
He
this.
literally said, don't buy this, don't order it. Even when he got it, he was like, don't order this.
Yeah.
Because he said they may have sent me one just so they can get more orders.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
you can't believe everything you see in the crypto space, because, you know, a lot of people have put out fake or untruthful content because of how. Well, I heard Panda say, I know unmineable. Just wait a second. Yeah, 5 minutes should be due. He's been timed out for 5 minutes.
Well,
he's literally annoyed people today about the same question over and over. And even Panda today, I don't know if you were in Panda's stream earlier. Shout out to Panda if he's watching. He said he actually broke down the cost on 3070s.
Yeah.
Like the cost on a lithium, the coin that Yusuf has said to mine, he broke down the cost of a 3070 compared to a 4090, and he's like, oh, hell no, I'm not buying 4090s. Because my cost to buy on a 3070 is way better than a 4090. But then Yusuf says, no, 4090s, king. Can't tell me otherwise. Okay, well, if you're going to be that stubborn, you shouldn't be in the crypto space, because you got to be versatile. You got to be on your feet. You got to be in and out of projects like this and that. You got to be, you know, you can't be, you know, addicted to one project, because, you know, that one project, like, even when me and Laz first met, I was pretty much, my portfolio looked like Ravencoin and Flux, essentially, with a tad bit of SEA when me and Laz first met. But now we have Dogecoin. We have, we don't have Litecoin. We have Ravencoin, and a good amount of Ravencoin and Doge. We have a decent amount of Flux. I wouldn't say we have a great amount of Flux, but we have an okay amount of Flux. And we have a good amount of SEA coin. You know, and Laz, I think, holds a bit of kaspa too, if I'm not mistaken, too.
Yes.
And, you know,
we have
versified, like, you know, got into more projects, because, you know, if you're not in more than, if you're focusing on one project and that project fails, you're royally screwed. And also, Yusuf, if you're still watching, not everybody has free power. Me and Laz are paying over 450 Canadian a month just for the little bit of power that we're using. You know, there's people in this chat that pay $3,000 a month in power. I mean, Hawk can tell you how much power costs. I wouldn't want to know what Terra pays a month in just their power cost.
20 millions on that point.
Oh, it'd be stupid. I mean, you think with gaming with Smokey Dan, what he pays in power? Because, I mean, he's running GPUs and CPUs in Europe.
Yeah. Well, I hope for a Hawk that the renters pay the power.
Well, but I'm just saying, though, it still goes through him. So, I mean, it's still, and if he has to pay that power bill a couple days in advance of when he gets paid from the miners, I mean, his power bill would be crazy. Could you just think, I mean, you also got to think, too, how much is he paying extra to keep lights on in the place? You know, he has to pay the fans, the lights, the, you know, high-speed internet, the people to maintain it, you know, all the taxes, because it'd be an industrial building. Like, you know, power is not free. It might be free for you, but it's definitely not free for, I would say, 99.99% of the community.
Yeah.
Sorry about that little rant, but I had to say something.
Also, give me one quick sec.
Power costs around $1,000 a month. Family pays, but it's gas, power, phone line, 4 mobile phones, insurance, and internet. Yeah. Your name's blocking it though, Laz.
Yeah, nah. Improvise, adapt, overcome.
But I mean, and
wait.
it's not that, when I first started, I got away with not having to pay some power. But once it started becoming, a couple hundred a month, it started becoming hard, for
Yeah.
my parents to pay for that. So I had to start paying it, and now we're up to like $450 a month in power.
Yeah.
And it really wasn't that much hardware we paid to get it up that high.
No, true.
So welcome in, everybody. But yeah, could you imagine if Hawk accidentally sent the power bill to my poor mom? Talk about a heart attack.
Yeah.
I'll be like, so, do you like this guy's power bill, Mom? I could only imagine what would happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, you think about it. Every month about Leo Lustig, he says, I think it's either per S19 he has or for the 2 S19 he's running. It's almost 500 USD a month. But I think it's per machine. It's like $400 a machine or $350 US a machine to run. So you think if Hawk has 100,000 machines, let's say Hawk has 20,000 machines that are averaging, that need about $300 a month in power, he's paying almost a $3 million phone bill or power bill. Now, I could be completely wrong with these numbers, but, safe bet. 13 3070s matched to 2 4090s on the lithium. It depends on how you clock them, and it depends. Don't look at GPUs on a lithium. Look at a K7. Look at a K7. A K7, or not a K7, a K10. Do you want to pull up patchrate.no and show the viewers? Because what I was trying to tell, Yusuf is, if you have 2 4090s on a lithium, you're getting 13 gigahash. If you bought another one, you would be at like 19.5 gigahash. You'll have to click on the K10 actually to show them, but which would be about $6,000 for those 3 4090s, right? No, I wasn't comparing 3070s to 4090s. I'm comparing the cost to buy. You don't compare GPU to GPU. You compare the cost to buy for the coin you want.
Yeah.
Okay? The cost to buy, GPUs aren't worth it on a lithium. If you have the GPUs and want to mine a lithium, go for it. But if you are buying hardware to mine a coin, look at what dollar. Okay, but I'm saying an average price on a 4090 is $2,000. Because there's different models that are more expensive, but still, even at $1,400, still doesn't make sense. You can spend it's $6,000. Actually, do you want to put that price in last? It's 6,000 USD, and then put in 13-cent power. They're not 1,700 brand new. I can guarantee you that. But still, even at 3 of them, by the time you get taxes, you're shipping them. If you're not buying them in person, if you're shipping them, if you're looking at, by the time you pay taxes and everything like that, 13 cents less, not 11.
Sorry.
But if you are still looking at, you're paying $6,000 for a K10 that does 46 gigahash. How many 4090s would it look? How many 4090s would it take to get 46 gigahash on a lithium? Okay, and also compared to the watts, I think we compared it. How many GPUs was it to get 46 gigahash last? It was 6. It was over 6.
Yeah, like you need 6. You would have to get 6
over
4090s to get 1 K10. And then the K10 is less power.
So you're paying less in power, you're paying less for the hardware, because if you have to buy 6, 4090s, you're probably paying roughly $2,000 a pop. We're talking Pandas 3070s, which I would never do. Riser's case, hell no. Realistically, if you think about it, 3070s are a better option. You have less risk, less cost to buy, and in a bull run, you're, instead of $2,000 you're trying to pay back per GPU, you're paying back $150 a GPU, $200 a GPU. And when a GPU is making $3 and a GPU is making $4 a day, let's say a 3070 is making $4 a day and your 4090 is making $5 or $6 a day, that 3070 is going to pay itself back way quicker. But it's all about hash rate. Okay, but the cost, Panda paid $25,000 for his for 130 70s. He paid $250 each. He wouldn't even be able to build a 12 GPU rig. I think he could only buy, I think it was 8. It was either 8 or 10 4090s he could get for the price of all of his 3070s. He only paid $27,000, but he technically didn't pay that out of pocket. He did some trading on hardware that he's received for videos and stuff like that. But technically, cash value, $27,000 it was roughly.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was like $27,000 for 108 3070s. He traded a couple of ASICs off for it, but the cash price that was wanted was $27,000.
Let me just look up what the price would be around my area for GPUs.
18 to 19 4090s, not by the time you factor in the tax. Here in Canada, it's 15% sales tax. So on even $1,000 item, you're paying $150 in sales tax. So on a $1,700 item, you got to factor in probably, it wouldn't be 18 4090 sub, because you can't fit them in a server case. You need full open air frames. You need special power supplies for them. You need, you need a frame to hold them, which you're going to need an Omega frame from GPU risers. So that's another $100. By the time you build that, Canada moved to US. But the thing is, though, is the US has a lot of fucking shootings. No, thank you.
Yeah, who in their right mind would move to the US? In my
tax
opinion.
Reasons, screwed. Power prices, screwed. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Plus, I got 66 acres of land here and a bulldozer, so
yeah,
suck it. But it would not be 18 4090s, because it would not be 18 4090s you would get, because by time power is free. No, it is not. Power is not free.
Okay, can you explain how power is free? Like, is your power free?
Because I bet you're not paying
power
for the power
in general free?
Are you paying rent, which power is included? You're screwing your landlord, and then you're going to get evicted because you're using too much power? Because that will happen. It's always been free for me. Explain how, though. Are you a privileged person? Because power is not free. Everyone can tell you that. And if you're getting it included in your rent, you're going to pay for it when you get evicted. Because people have been evicted because they use too much power. There's actually a line in your rent that says if you're over your utility bill, you're covering it or you're getting evicted. So 14 to 15 4090s for that price when adding tax as well. So even that would only be, but you could buy 3 K10s for that price at way less wattage, for a way more hash rate. Because essentially you'd only be able to get 2 K10s. I put everything in NOC, which I run. NOC, what the hell's that? Privileged Kid Fund. NOC. But still, 4090s are not the smart move. And also, talking about density, 3K10s is gonna take less room than those 15 4090s. I can mine anything, network operation center. Okay? But you're gonna get way more hash rate for less money at less watts. You get more hash rate at less money, at less watts, and less hassle.
Okay, if you want a GPU mine and you're very much room constraints, but you have enough airflow for some reason.
Listen though, Snake. You might have free power, but 99.99.99.99% of this community has to pay their own power. So you cannot say stop talking about power, because it is actually the main cost of mining. And yeah, you might not have that cost, but you still factor it in. You have to. Because if you don't, you're being smart, you're not being an educated decision, and you're gonna get screwed. Yeah, you might not have free power, but you still have to factor that in. And still though, if you have 4090s, you're gonna be at more space, and as Smokey Dan says, more risk of a fire. And I'm sure as hell they're not gonna let you get away with powering up 15 4090s in that place at the price point they will be. Not for me, Panda reports his crypto to government. Because you have to, or you go to jail. That's tax evasion. That's illegal. And if you don't do, we have.
Welcome.
Laz, why is the screen not showing up? You're exit out of Stream Elements.
No, I had something up on my left screen. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Non KYC on my tangent. But still, though, if you are technically buying and selling crypto, you have to claim that as tax, because that is income. You have to.
I think I need more screens, by the way.
Okay, but you're still not in StreamYard, and it's still not showing up.
It is showing up?
The cameras. It isn't.
Should be.
Yet. Well.
Are you behind on stream?
Just wait. There it is.
Okay. Yeah, you just took it all.
There it is.
Okay, nice.
You know what I'm gonna do? Report. Misinformation. There you go. Because I'm not having that sort of crap on this.
We don't condone tax evasion.
There's a thing. It's called, there's tax evasion, but then there's also using taxes to your advantage. But just straightly disobeying that? No, thank you. I'm not having any sort of part of that on here. But that's just, that's really misinformation.
Yeah.
If you're not paying your taxes, I mean, that's just straight up tax evasion. But what they don't know won't hurt them. Well, I'll never report crypto. Well, then you're gonna get in shit, and then, especially being in this community, you're gonna get reported. And what you don't know is that the government is probably watching you right now. They can track your YouTube accounts. They can track anything on media.
Yeah, and also,
It's illegal.
Did you just only delete the comments, or did you actually?
I time them out.
I'll time that. Okay.
I'll never report crypto exactly from who, non-KYC. Well, but still, though, it's technically income, and you have to claim it. You have to claim it because it is income. And if you don't claim it, they're going to be like, "Oh, how did you get this?" You can't just because, "Oh, I'm lucky," or "Oh, I do this," because they will find out, and guess what? You will get taxed more, because if you don't actually put down what you make a year on it, you will get taxed to shit, because they'll be like, "Well, you didn't claim it, so you have interest," which is like stupid now. So you're gonna have to pay interest on those taxes. So yeah, but still, that won't work.
Yeah, no.
Because then they'll actually get a warrant for everything of you. They will literally freeze your assets and do what they did to FTX.
Yep.
They will do it. They will freeze everything of yours, and they will find out. Because there's got to be money going in from any of your accounts into it, and there's probably money coming from crypto into your bank accounts, and they will find out. And then you're going to go to jail for it because it's tax evasion.
Ooh, a ghost. Nah.
Yeah,
no one's
you're
a ghost,
but they can literally track your IP from your YouTube account. They can track literally, I could probably go to his YouTube account and find his email.
Yeah, you cannot be a ghost.
Go to channel. Yep. Here we are. Imagine there's just a freaking face of him on this YouTube. That'd be funny. There's
Oh yeah, Smokey Dan on your yacht, of course. Yeah, but he lives right next to you. Yeah, it just sounds like you're trying to be edgy, trying to be cool, as a fucking yeah.
You know what? I'm done. You're freaking you're harassed. How many YouTubers today? You freaking have said YouTubers aren't smart. That's probably the most knowledgeable person in this space. You've been an asshole to everybody who's tried to help you. You're not one to listen. You're one to tax evade. No, thank you. I don't need you on my channel. I don't need your subscription. You can go f off.
Yeah, we've given you enough time on the spotlight. Don't worry.
Sorry about that. Sorry you had to deal with that, Smoke It In, but I'm not participating in their illegal activities.
Yeah.
I don't want to be involved with it. And actually, Laz, can you do me a favor?
Yeah, what?
Can you take a screenshot of their name? Actually, you know what?
Sorry?
Actually, I'm going to do something here. I'm sending you a message just in a minute, just so you know. I'm actually going to screenshot these usernames, and I will actually report them, because there is a way you can actually do that. Because I'm not participating in it. And this is why the crypto community, just an FYI, if these two people are still watching the stream somehow, this is why the crypto community has a bad rap and it gets a bad name. Because of selfish, ignorant, stupid, retarded people entering the community that feel like they're
above the law and stuff.
Yeah.
Crypto doesn't put you above the law.
You have to follow it to a T, especially now with all the extra shit that crypto has been under.
Yeah. Okay, if you want to go out of the law of your country, go to a different country.
All I can say is karma's a bitch.
But you cannot evade the law in your own country. Like,
no, they can freaking track your IP. Doesn't matter what.
Yeah.
And I mean, especially since you're mining, they can literally find you that way. I mean, it's not hard because technically YouTube has a way for them to track your IPs. They're tracking your IPs when you're entering YouTube and everything. And you know what? They're not by law. By law, they have to keep it private. But if they get a warrant for it,
Yeah.
because at that point it's actually illegal and it's actually a federal offense and big jail time and big fines.
Yep.
And I mean, me and Laz do talk about like how you can get around some tax laws, but we're not like, oh, we're not gonna, claim our taxes because that's just stupid.
Yeah.
But there is ways you like buying equipment. If you are technically making a YouTube video and a company gets you to, do a video for them and they send you a $30,000 asic, you don't have to pay tax on that because that is a gift for doing that's almost like a gift for doing a video. That you can claim that as a gift, and on a gift you don't have to pay taxes. But if you buy a machine in crypto, you still have to claim that crypto, but you can say, hey, listen, I bought this machine with this crypto, so technically this is a tax deductible because it's for mining, which is what my business is. Or, oh, yes, I traded this crypto for this to buy this, which is another tax deductible item.
Yeah.
And I mean, unless you're making over $10,000 Canadian a year, you don't have to worry about that. And where me and Laz is in a shared wallet system, if there's $30,000 in there, Laz can technically claim 20 and I can claim the 10, and we both don't really have to pay the taxes.
Yeah.
And I mean, for Laz, I'm pretty sure it's based off of like net worth or something, isn't it, or something like that?
It's basically if you have 50,000, I think it was. I have to look up which number that is exactly.
Yeah, it was
for
something
this
like
year.
50.
Yeah, every year it goes up. Every few years it goes up a little bit. Around 50, I think it was. 1,000 tax free, and everything over that is taxed.
Yeah, so, but yeah. I mean, we're never gonna have that much value to our names. It's all gonna be in hardware or anything.
No.
So.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you also have to look out with gifted if it's not too much. Otherwise, it's just no.
And it also depends too. Like it also depends on like even people doing donations. That can technically be a tax deduction because it's technically a charitable expense. So I mean, some of these things that BP are doing for Panda, that not saying it's for him entirely, but he can technically claim that as a tax deduction as a charitable donation. Essentially, he can say it's a donation and that sort of stuff, and it's so it's not like it can actually be tax deducted. Now you have to make over so much a year for that to work, and
yeah, you have to really read all the fine prints, like what can and can't be done. We're not experts,
but just purposely,
very much not.
So, yeah, don't take our word for it because tax laws are different. But yeah, just purposely coming out and just saying you're not, coming out personally and saying you're not paying taxes or claiming shit. No, that shit's not standing. No. That shit's not gonna stand with me and Laz because it's illegal. We don't need to be tied up in that stuff, and we don't want to be in a position to where we get screwed over, And I mean, not saying It's not that, like these people will actually be reported. Like, I will actually, send it to somebody that can, like, whether it's YouTube support or something like that. These two people will be sent to YouTube, and their accounts will be probably suspended, and there will probably be a investigation into them, I would imagine. Because, okay, I can understand if you're in crypto 1 or 2 years and you're making like $20 or, $30 a week or, something like that, to where you're making less than a couple grand a year and you don't really claim any taxes. That makes sense, because it could fuck you over more than help you.
Yeah.
But if you're purposely coming out and just saying, I'm not going to claim shit, I haven't claimed shit, that's just, oh. Don't worry. People just like to ruin streams, don't they?
Yeah, and go around bans.
Yeah. Whatever. As long as they subscribe to the channel, who gives a shit?
Yeah. Shit.
Free subscribers. Knock knock, open up, FBI. Yes, that's Will. And yeah, I definitely want to find a, because I'm not putting up with it, It's one thing, like me and Laz, like, we don't make enough to where it even comes close to the 10 grand a year or 20 grand a year. We're maybe making a couple $100 a month, which is pretty much being, like, if anything, we could tax loss harvest because we're fucking losing more than we're making.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but we're not.
No.
But now when we start selling some stuff, now that's going to be a little bit more of an interesting story. But it's not like we're going to be selling $30,000 of crypto at a time. We're going to sell like $1,000, transfer into, account, put it into another account. It's still, realistically, if we make 1,000 off crypto, that 1,000 going back to the farm or the channel or giveaways or some sort of event that we're going to do with the community. It's not going to be like, oh, we get $1,000, it's going into a freaking car. Eventually, when we become bigger, it might be, because it is a, not just a small thing. Like, I am personally looking into a, brand new sports, not a sport SUV, but a mid-tier SUV.
No.
An SUV that I don't feel like I'm my ass is dragging on the floor in an 01 Mazda.
Yeah, basically also one that can get to the facility any time of year with any weather.
Yeah. Actually, why don't we show it on stream, Laz? Let's straight up show it right on stream. I think I sent you the code for the new one. Because I think I'm going to go with a Highline. Oh, wait. Actually, let's get a thing and get chat. What do people think? What? Oh, shit. What brand do you think it is? There it is. That's the word. Where the heck is it? It should be around here somewhere. Oh, yeah, it's way up, I think. Any guesses yet of what it is?
Do you have the code for me? Real quick. Or did you pin it?
I actually need to pin it again, because this is, I'm not scrolling back up to find it. There it is. Now, before you open it up, let's see. Has anyone guessed what it is? Has anyone guessed what brand of vehicle it would be? A tax report?
Well.
Oh, brand, yes. It's a brand of vehicle. I wouldn't say it's a low-end vehicle. I wouldn't say it's a high-end vehicle. No. Found on road dead. Screw a Ford. Because it's not very affordable. Honda, no. Who will get it first? I would say we're going in the right direction, though. Toyota? No, not a Toyota. Both of them said Toyota. I'm actually curious to see who. Nope, not a Lexus. I would say you're close. Not a Mazda. I have a Mazda now, and they can go suck dick.
Yeah. So to spoil it, it's a Ferrari.
No, we're we're getting close though. Mitsubishi or Subaru. We're actually getting close though. I would say Kia, close. I'm surprised no one's got it yet. Because with how much I've talked about it in streams before.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you an idea. It's from overseas. It's an overseas brand.
Yeah, except
that
if
should
you're,
limit it.
Except when you're me.
Nissan, no. BMW, close. I would say close
Very
to
close.
BMW.
Very close.
Very close to BMW.
No.
I make a joke about it a lot. Surprise. Volkswagen. Got it.
Yeah. Wagon folks.
Shay got it.
Nice.
No, not a Beetle. Not a Beetle. Show him, Laz.
Yes.
Show him Power's new whip once I get the money. Imagine BP just like, Merry Christmas, new car. Wait, that's not the... you have to open it in the all models build and then open it that way.
I did.
It should be different. It should be built. Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
Pauses. Yeah. Maybe it is that. Just go through it again. Go through the trim and everything. I'll make sure it's right. But here's the thing, though. We actually priced this car up compared to a Jetta, a Golf, and this car actually works out to be cheaper.
Yeah.
Surprisingly. It's stupid, but it's cheaper. It's a new model, so it's like a mid-range SUV. So it's like between a Tiguan, because a Tiguan's older. This is like a new car, and then it's between what's the high-end one? The big one, the fat boy. Not the Taos. It's
Cybertruck?
big. No, it's big. Just look at it. Look at the models. All models. Should be able to go back through it.
This one?
Go down SUV. Atlas.
Atlas. Okay.
It's a big an SUV. But go back into the Taos and. But yeah, look right there. There's your Jettas and Golfs. Like it's cheaper. So go to exterior. And then go from. And then we can actually get it to be so people can actually see. Yep, that's right. Interior. But a Golf is like 20 grand more, like 10 to 15 grand more. It's the Titan Black with crystal gray is the one that I'd be getting. And then wheels.
Accidentally, yeah.
But a Golf isn't price wise. Yeah, I'd be buying it brand new. Yeah, and then options. Oh, it's because the maintenance package isn't on it. That's probably why. If you add the options, go to options, make sure it has, yep, and then additional. Yeah, I'd be buying it brand new. brand spanking new. And then the prepaid maintenance. So yeah, I'd be buying it brand new. It's the 5-year.
Oh yeah, that one.
And then the summary.
That's good.
So yeah, that price is a house deposit in my book. But here's the thing though. Look at the price of this. Can you actually get the code for me so it saves next time? So I don't have the money for it, but I've been looking at it because I'm right now driving a 01 Mazda. That's becoming a money pit. A very expensive money pit. But now if we look at it, look at the outside. It has a full ass moonroof. And then the interior. Look up. So, and it's a big, it's not small. Don't buy in finance. Yes, but actually, if you put a big enough down deposit, it's actually not that bad finance wise. But the thing is, though, Shay, is it's 5 years free maintenance. So if they have to redo the wiring in the car, if they have to do rewiring in the car, it's covered. All oil changes covered. Yeah, you're still paying more, but it's better than having $42,000 in cash and going down and buying it.
If they would accept kaspa,
we could have had a couple of them, Laz. We don't talk about that
though. About the first batch.
Stupid mother. Stupid mother. Stupid mother.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, let's look at this. Okay, we're at 42.1 with the maintenance package. Now go to all models and just look at the Golfs. Just give me a second. 1 second.
It's Golf, yeah.
What's up? So we gotta wrap this up a little bit because I gotta go help my dad load a van because he just got a gig because a band canceled. Sure. So that's good. You'd be better buying an older car. But you know what? Here's the thing. With the car that I've gotten, that I've had, I don't want to buy a new used car. I want something that's new, that has warranty, that has its maintenance covered, that's done. Yeah, I don't have to worry about it.
Power has PTSD from his current car.
I mean, I've probably just in the last 3 weeks put over $600 into my car. And it's not even, it's about probably 450, 500 Canadian in my car. And it didn't even get done what it was supposed to. No. So there's probably another $200, $300 worth of work to be done.
Yeah. Power, have you ever considered that it might just be that the people around your area are very incompetent when it comes to car repairs?
No, my grandfather needs to learn not to be so fucking cheap.
Yeah.
Maybe searching up. Here's the thing. My sister, the only reason I've actually looked at a Taos is my sister actually has one. And she, it's been reliable. I mean, and I need something with all-wheel drive. And it can't be something low. Like, I would look at a Golf, but I'm also looking into the future, too. Because I'm still young, but I don't want to be... If I go with a Golf, it does me now, and it's perfect now. But what happens in 5 years when I'm done paying for it? I'll be just back into another car loan, buying an SUV that I wanted when I was younger. So yeah, we've been live for almost 2 hours. So
yeah, so we'll wrap it up.
Yep, because I gotta go help Dad load up the van for that event.
Last
But
few
I do wanna let everybody know that thank you to Coast of Crypto for sponsoring today's stream. You could have love it. Parts and labor. I agree with you, Automatic Beats, but the car that I'm looking at, it has a 5-year maintenance package, so the maintenance during the car loan is paid. And that's the thing. This car has all-wheel drive, can get me anywhere as I need to, and with 5 years, and in 5 years, when the payments are done, the maintenance package is done, but then I also have $600 every month to have for the parts and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who knows? And after 5 years, I might be looking to upgrade to a new one.
No.
To the
and just selling this one
2030, 2030, or trading it in. As long as I keep it nice, and as long as I keep it in nice condition and don't hard rough it on it, like carrying 200 asics in the back seat, it should last me, and it should be kept in decent condition. But I want to thank you, Costa Crypto, for sponsoring today's stream. If you are looking for a miner, Laz should be on Costa Crypto's website.
What's it?
Kind of hinted at that. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, and I mean, I'm just looking at something that it's where we have snow, like you say, 6 months of the year. I want something that a Durango. We've had bad experiences with Dodge. So if you're looking for anything from Coast Crypto's website, you can use code PMC and save yourself 2% at checkout. So
yeah.
All right. Thank you everybody for coming out to the today's stream. We might do one later tonight, maybe, possibly. We don't know yet, but I'll see you guys
I will
all
probably
later.
not be able to, but
yeah, but we'll see. Powermines After Dark might happen, but or Lazzeruz After
good.
Dark.
If I can't sleep,
All
I'll
right.
be here. Hi.
All right.
Goodbye.
Good night, everybody. Have a good day. We'll see you at Misfit Saturday Night Live later for Chump Change's KS0 giveaway.
Yes.
And we'll see you all later. Peace out, guys.
Bye.